Welcome to the Pageantry PodCast.
And today's very special podcast guest calling in from Chicago, Miss American Coed 2023, Danielle Kaczanowski. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be able to speak with you today for the upcoming edition of Pageantry Magazine and an upcoming Pageantry podcast release. If you're ready, you want to jump right into it?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
You're the 40th anniversary Miss American Coed Queen. Does that title have special meaning to you?
Absolutely. Even if I was the 30th or 29th, whatever the case may be, this title is so special to me. And it's such an honor to be the 40th anniversary queen at that. But you have to remember that I've been competing at Miss American Coed since I was 12 years old. So this was a 12-year journey for me, getting so close to the title each time. So the fact that I won in itself, my dream title, that was enough for me. But to be the 40th queen anniversary, even better.
Tell us about standing center stage, awaiting after 12 years to possibly hear your name called.
I still think about this moment all the time because I remember standing on stage with the other girls and you're thinking, was it me? Is it not? And getting so close to the title each time, I was looking around me. I was like, I want to run off stage. Like, I am not ready for my moment because I waited 12 years for it. So there was like a lot of anticipation. And of course, Rocky, our host, really dragged it out knowing that this was 12 years in the making. So it took forever, it felt like, but once it happened, I blacked out. I mean, that was the greatest adrenaline rush of my life and my dreams had just come true. So it was a very surreal moment, but the wait to it was dreadful.
Since you competed so many times and that wait seemed like forever, what are your goals as Miss American Coed 2023?
I have grown my list of things I want to do as the next Miss American Coed since I was 12 years old. So I have a lot of things to accomplish, and I'm also a law student. So I'm a very busy girl right now with having the job of Miss American Coed and finishing my last year of law school as well. But I have so many things I want to do. One of the biggest things I wanted to do this year was bring a pageant back to the Midwest where I'm from. It was one of the fondest memories for me when I was younger to travel to all the state pageants. And this year, Miss American Coed has so many new state pageants coming, including a Midwest one. So I'm really excited for that. But more than that, I just really wanted to give back to the community that helped raise me and helped me get to this point. So I've been busy with Feed My Starving Children. I've been doing 5Ks. Even today for Veterans Day, I wrote cards to our veterans thanking them for their service. So I've been busy and I really just want to promote the system and I really want to give back and show everyone that they too can compete at Miss American Coed and really grow those numbers and promote the system as best as I can.
Can you enlighten us on your personal platform?
Absolutely. So one of my platforms is cyberbullying. I'm actually in law school to become a cyber attorney, which is a very underappreciated area of law. And that's because there's really no laws out there protecting kids from social media and internet bullying. So it was really important for me that I made sure what happened to me never happens to someone else. And that's why I embarked on a law school journey. And that's why I'm entering this field of law. And it's going to take a while for me to get there and introduce case law and get the law out there. But I know that in time, I'm going to do this because this is something really passionate for me. And in the meantime, as the next Miss American Coed, I can promote pageant positivity. And that's one of the greatest things about Miss American Coed is that it just attracts the most amazing families, the most incredible, well-established girls. So I'm really proud that this title is the one I can use to promote my platform.
You're no stranger to pageantry. What have you learned about yourself through all these years of competition?
It's crazy to think. I started doing pageants when I was 12 years old. Miss American Coed was my first pageant. I was so shy, awkward, introverted. I struggled so much academically too. I was a C average student. I would have to stay after class and get tutored because I was just so far behind. And to be honest, I didn't have the confidence in myself to have a future. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't have any passions. And I joined Miss American Coed because they have the values I needed to help shape my future. It's exactly what it did. I ended up going to college. I studied abroad at one of the world's most profound colleges. I graduated college early, and now I'm in law school, ranked 14th in my class, and I'm sitting here being able to talk to you. I mean, I really do thank Miss American Coed for making me the woman I am today, but it truly was them. I mean, of course, it was a little bit of me too, but they really helped me gain the confidence and be the woman I am today, and I'm so thankful for that.
It's amazing that you kept coming back to Miss American Coed. What is it about the system that kept you coming back year after year after year?
I think it was that I was so thankful for everything they've given me. The only way I could give back to them is by being the great national queen that they've taught me to be. They have made me the woman I am today, and they've every year shown me a great queen and a great role model to look up to. And now I'm that for someone else. And I think one of the greatest parts about being a national queen is recruiting girls to the system and being that role model for them and watching them go through this journey that I had at Miss American Coed. Not to mention, I've grown up with this system. So these people really are my family. And some of my best friends too, Hannah Dyer, for example, I was her first runner up and she won 2 years ago. One of my forever pageant friends. And like I said, I've grown up with this system. So I've really been with them for the long haul.
And we're going to talk about the personal growth. You've touched upon it, that young women, unlike any other opportunity in the world, how you grow, how you become self-confident. What have you really learned about yourself through all these years of competition?
I really always surprise myself. And I think that comes from gaining that confidence that I didn't have before. I still surprise myself every day. I mean, when I started law school, even, I kept thinking, oh, well, what if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm not good enough? Because I have this history of not being confident myself. And each year, after all my grades got released and after all the hard finals, I just sat back and said, wow, like I can do anything I set my mind to do. And it was pageantry that embarked and instilled that mindset in me, is that I can do whatever I put my mind to do. And that's such an encouraging message for everyone else. It also helped in all of my times that I placed top 5 at Miss American Coed, and I was so close. I mean, I was 4th runner up twice, 3rd runner up, 1st runner up 3 times. So just that mindset that you really can do anything is, I'm kind of the poster child for that motto.
Tell me something unique about yourself that not many people know.
I take my cat on walks. I am a huge cat lady. Love my cat. She's a princess, and for Christmas every year, my family loves to give me cat merch of my cat. So I'm pretty sure I have close to 15 shirts of my cat's face. But I love her so much, and I take her on walks. She's kind of a mix between a dog and a raccoon. So she does really well on walks, and she really likes them.
Recently, I know, and looking online, I do my due diligence. You're actually involved in recently packing over 16,000 meals. What was the feeling like when you were doing that?
I love Feed My Starving Children. It's an organization primarily in Illinois, but in a few other states as well. And we send packages to third world countries with children experiencing hunger. And it's a really fun experience, actually. Every team has their own country that they bag for. And it's kind of a competition. You try to get as many bags as you can, while, of course, fulfilling the duties that you need to do to get the correct food amount in that bag. But honestly, seeing those numbers after every time I volunteer with Feed My Starving Children is breathtaking. Just to see that 2 hours of volunteering can do that much work is a very rewarding part of volunteering, but it's also puts you back into reality that we're so lucky and so grateful for the life that we live. And it's only a small thing that we can do to contribute to those who don't have that experience.
Final year of law school, Miss American Coed 2023. You have lots on the plate. How are you going to time manage your days?
I think I've already shown that I can manage my days because I've been competing with co-eds for 12 years. And that means that I was in high school when I competed. I was in college when I competed. I used to compete during Thanksgiving. But more importantly, I competed during a pandemic. When I competed at Miss American Coed, my first year of law school, I actually did my first law school midterms at Miss American Coed remote. I remember running up after interview and I immediately went into my criminal law midterm. So I know that I have it in me to do both, because when you love something, you make time for it. And I'm not jeopardizing my job as Miss American Coed and my dream title. And I'm not going to jeopardize my law school career either. So I'm a very organized person, and that's what it takes to do both.
Miss American Coed celebrated its 40th anniversary. Why should a young woman consider competing for one of the titles?
There's so many reasons, and honestly, it would probably take me 3 hours to explain all the reasons why you should do Miss American Coed, but it's truly the family atmosphere that you have. You gain so many friendships and experiences from this system, and it helps you grow as a person. I mean, just looking at me, that shy, awkward, introverted preteen to the charismatic, confident woman I am now, I owe that to Miss American Coed, and they can do the same for you. The whole experience of going to Florida and meeting all these girls, it's just friendships that you will last a lifetime, an opportunity that will last a lifetime. And I promise if you do it, you're going to get hooked.
How can someone learn more about the Miss American Coed experience?
You can go to our website, Miss American Coed. You can follow us on Instagram at Miss American Coed and follow myself at the Miss American Coed. There's so many resources out there and so many exciting announcements coming soon. So you're going to have to follow to find out.
And understand that we have a trip involved close to Thanksgiving next week that a lot of the queens will be here in Orlando.
Yes.
Any parting thoughts or recognitions?
Of course, I would first like to thank you and Miss American Coed for giving me this opportunity. It was so nice to talk to you. It's actually not our first interview together because you've judged me before at Miss American Coed. But to Miss American Coed, thank you for this opportunity and trusting me to be the icon for this system and for this job opportunity because I take it so serious and it is so near and dear to my heart. Thank you to my friends, my family, especially my mom, my pageant coach, Thomas. Thank you all for making this happen. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if it weren't for all of you.
And I'm sure they appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And today's very special guest has been Miss American Coed 2023, Danielle Kaczanowski. Danielle, thank you so much again. I look forward to seeing you throughout your year, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much.